My name is Dr. Boahen. I've been a course leader for BSC Accounting and Finance for the past 10 years, since 2012. Currently, I'm also the cluster lead for Economics, Accounting and Finance cluster area. So it's only this year that I handed over the BSC Accounting and Finance course leadership to a colleague, Dr. Chow. So over the years, you see that the course leader is the first point of call. You are the one that the students know. In fact, they know you sometimes even more than the senior leadership team because they come to you on any issue. So that is I see that it gives you the opportunity to enhance the student learning experience and also ensure that by the time they are leaving, you have made a mark. As I mentioned, it's a value chain. You have added value to their lives. That is what I see the experience as a course leader over the years. It's an interesting role for me, seeing myself or seeing students who come, and by the time they are leaving, you've done a lot to transform their lives, not only in terms of what they are learning, but in terms of external networks, job placement, work experiences, and ability to do certain things, building their confidence level. That's also what the course leader brings on board, being the course leader. In terms of the challenges of the role, now I would say especially when you are dealing with a large course like what I have led over the years. That means you have a number of demands coming from the students, which is unending. So that also puts a lot of pressure on you because you're a course leader. At the same time, you're also an academic. You're supposed to teach. You're supposed to do research. So the admin aspect of it is a lot of your time and responding to student references, student queries. So that is a big challenge. But then you need to be able to see that it's not something that one person should take it. So ability to get your colleagues, work with a team who will be able to support you to see that this is a role that is for the whole course. It's a course leader. So that is sometimes becomes an issue where sometimes people see you as the only course leader. You are responsible. Apart from that, even maintaining the quality of the course. Because you are the course leader, but then you have got people who are also teaching with you and other things. So you want to maintain the quality of the course. And sometimes the bureaucratic processes you have to meet and face for students. Students are asking for something, but maybe the system may not allow that. And you, the course leader, you want to speak. You are always the advocate for the students, and that is also a challenge. For example, sometimes you want to change assessment method. Or break it down. If you send it, they will say, okay, the time is not. You didn't send it on time. So these are some of these administrative, bureaucratic processes that make the course difficult. A student may ask for a change in seminar. He's coming to you, but maybe they say the reason the student is giving is not something that can be accepted. These are some of the challenges, and then it also affects the student satisfaction. Because while students are not happy, they will not think that you try to help. Apart from that, sometimes when you can be judged based on the performance of the course. That's a challenge, and it's a team effort. So let's say the National Student Survey, NSS results come and your course happens not to do well in terms of students' feedback. Yeah, you are responsible to write action plan and other things. So that's a challenge, but it is something that is not one person. But of course, you are the leader and you must take. So the challenge is getting your course team to support you and making sure that we share the burden, we share the success together. That is where I see it as over the years, and I've managed to. I see it as something that I hold regular meetings with the course team, especially those who teach at level 6. That make sure that the NSS is coming. That's what we are doing. I'm hearing this feedback, so I talk to them. Let's make sure the students are happy, and that is something you do to the course team, especially level 6. no matter what you do at level 4 and 5, once they get to level 6, they will judge you on level 6. Apart from that, the challenge will be students wanting to do placement or getting internship, and they'll come to you, the course leader. And sometimes the opportunities may not be there for all the students. We get opportunities for them with professional body like ACC, CIMA bringing a lot of jobs, but not all students, because they go for interview, and some are not happy because they didn't get it. That becomes a challenge. So the challenge is your ability to manage your time with all the different tasks, responding to students, you also meeting the other areas of your academic work, research. That time management is what makes it interesting. And once you're able to do that, then you add value to the students. So these are the areas I think, if anybody wants to be a course leader, these are the areas the person will be looking at. Yes. Yeah, in terms of giving the enormous nature of the course leader work, as I mentioned, if you are dealing with a large course, like the BSC Accounting and Finance, you need to be able to have good time management skills and daily planning of your activities, knowing, because the university has got its rules that students' emails must be responded within 24 hours. Of course, for a course leader, you receive, by the time you open your email, you have received sometimes 50 emails. Some are more. Some are requesting for references. Others are requesting for changing timetable. Others are requesting for changing course. Others are asking you, I can't come to course. Sometimes I want to defer. There are a lot of things. My student finance, I need a smart team. So you have got a number of issues. Some are talking about maternity leave. A number of things that will come to you as a course leader. Apart from, so the daily planning, having a to-do list, and managing your time in such a way that you, one area that helped a lot to prioritize our work is also the appointment of an associate course leader, who now, so we now manage to be able to break down the level 4 responsibilities, level 5 responsibilities, and level 6 responsibilities, so that the course leader can attend to certain key areas that require his or her attention. Now that's what I did. So I got some a colleague member who was in charge of level 4 queries. So I said, okay, if you have got any query regarding this area, please email Beverly. If you've got any issue regarding level 5, please email Lazarus. So working in a team helped me to be able to answer questions that at times they also will come back to me, Eric, this one we want you to intervene, and that helped to be able to manage the task involved in leading the course. Maybe there are few, then you can handle. But if you are dealing with a very large course, it will require a good time management skills, planning, and managing your time, and of course, having patience with the students. And above all, commitment to succeed. You have to have the passion that what you are doing for the students and you are doing for the employer. You want to maintain a certain reputation, so you don't do it anyhow. And that's where, because if you don't answer students, they will complain. They also will show it during their feedback. So you want to make sure that student queries are not something you can just ignore. So if you find a means of getting people to help you so that you can attend to. But when it comes to level 6, as a course leader over the years, I always respond to level 6. So for level 4, level 5, I attend to them, but for placement, job placement, and other things I do. But when it comes to changing timetable and other things, I get other staff to support in those areas. First of all, I think that having a good interpersonal skills, because you are working with people, with the students, and your course team. So a good interpersonal skills, people skills, very, 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 very important. 2, you should have ability to work in a team. It's a teamwork. So teamworking spirit that you want to work it, make sure that we share success together And if it doesn't work, if the course goes down, we are all academics, you are all going to suffer. I always tell my team members that, of course, if you make it big, we secure our jobs. So it's a team effort. While students are happy, you get more students. So that team working spirit is also. But then I also saw that over the years, you have to also build strong network. Building network with external partners, professional bodies, and key industry links, employers. Because students are then they are going to work, so getting people to come and talk to them in the field they are going to work. For example, students, you are training students to become accountants, to become auditors, become tax experts, so if they have never heard from somebody who is a practitioner, so ability to build that network is, I saw that one also to be a key skill that a course leader needs. And communication. Of course, you are writing, you are talking, so you have to be able to communicate to your students, you should be able to talk to your staff, and be able to organize them, so organization skills, organize meetings. So I normally have course teams meetings in addition to our course committee meetings. So ability to organize, and all these are, we're going to have open days, offer holiday days. If you don't organize, so you have to prepare schedule in advance so that staff know who is going to. These are all the work. You need to have organization skills, time management skills, interpersonal skills, team working skills to be able to make. However, I would say you should be humble. You should have a level of humility to work with people. And of course, some students are very, can be harsh, but you still as a course leader, you have to show professionalism here and being professional in the way you are doing things. And that come across as you are being humble. You are professional, but you don't use the humility, but you have to be professional in the way you relate to your staff and then the students as well. That has helped me a lot in these areas to succeed as a course leader. Understand the role and what you are stepping into. So it will be better for the person to also be mentored by someone who is already a course leader to understand the role. How do you understand it? Just reading around it will also understanding the role is to also get a mentor, learn under somebody who is an experienced course leader before you step into the role. It's very, very important. I studied in 2010, 2011, there was a course leader who was doing the BSC Accounting and Finance. Then he left. Once he left, because I was working with him closely, even though I was not appointed as a course, as associate course leader, I was working with him. So that became very easy for me to enter into the role, number one. Number two, you should be able to have patience and passion and commitment for the role. Yes, and you don't do it for money. So if you are doing it because you want to do it to support the students. You are doing it because you are passionate about it. You are doing it because you are committed to see that students are succeeding. That's over the past 10 years, that's the way I've done it. You are doing it because you want to see students' lives becoming better, enhancing their learning experience and their journey throughout the university. So that should also be there for somebody who wants to enter into the role. And then a person must have good time management skills. If you are going to take, so that it doesn't take too much of your time and think the other areas are not. You should have a balanced life as an academic. You are leading the course, you are teaching, you are doing your research, anything at all. I remember I was a course leader when I was doing PhD, and I was still teaching my full time. So you should have a good time management skills. And I will advise that as the same skills I mentioned, have a good interpersonal skills.